What's up YouTube, this is Jason Undisputed back here again, this time with another Let's Review video. And today is a really special day because they finally reviewed the Shiranui Stride Deck set cards. So yeah, I'm super excited the news because I used to be a Shiranui player back in the G era. So if you guys didn't know, I still have a premium Shiranui Dominate deck because I love Shiranui Dominate, man. Like the Dominate was a really interesting keyword. If you don't know what Dominate does, basically Dominate is Yu-Gi-Oh! Mind control, where you take control of your opponent's units and use that unit to attack your opponent with it. And the best part about it is, if you dominate a unit and you attack, if it has an on attack skill, you can use the skill of that unit, which was pretty insane in the past. So now it's finally back in the D series. So yeah, let's go through the cards. So let's just scroll down and see what we have here. There, right there off the bat, we have Demon Stealth Dragon Shiranui Oboro. So this is the old Shiranui Oboro, the G era one. But for those who don't know what it does or is new to Dominate, let me just explain to you what it does. So the first skill, at the beginning of your right phase, you may choose up to one card from your opponent's drop. Your opponent calls that card to rearguard circle, and at the end of that turn, retires that unit. Second skill, Dominate. Vanguard Circle. When your G unit strike, choose up to one of your opponent's rearguard. Stand it. Dominate it, and until the end of that turn, that unit gets power plus 4k and your attacks your opponent's other unit. Let's say in a situation, two dominated units, and one of it is a grade 2 with intercept, and you use the other rearguard to attack into your opponent's vanguard first. Your opponent is unable to intercept because currently right now you control the unit that you dominated, because now the unit is under your control, so your opponent cannot intercept with that unit at all. So yeah, that is one thing to take note about Dominate. Then now you might be asking yourself, for the first skill, why is calling an opponent's rearguard to their open rearguards to their rearguard circle good for you? Like, isn't that a plus to your opponent? Well, this card just basically guarantees you a unit to dominate, because just in case your opponent plays a deck that retires his whole board, like for example Phantom Blaster Overlord, normally Phantom Blaster Overlord just retires his whole board and he has no rearguards, so you can use this guy's skill to call out unit from your drop zone, and then strike, and then dominate that unit using Shiranui skill. So this first skill guarantees a unit for you to dominate, which is really good. But yeah, that is Shiranui Oboro. So let's move on to the next card. So we have Stealth Dragon Madoi, my boy, Madoi. I love Madoi. This was the Dominate starter in the past, but now it's just basically go second, draw one, your typical starter. And then we have Stealth Dragon Seizui, and it says when this unit is placed by riding from your Stealth Dragon Madoi, draw one and you get a Demon Stealth Dragon Shiranui Oboro Crest. So same skills like the Mazer Gear Dragon and the Messiah Grade 1 from the Stride Deck set, nothing too special. Then we have Stealth Dragon Utsuroi. So this is the perfect guard of the deck. And damn, look at that artwork, man. I love this artwork, especially with the encounter background, man. Wow, this card looks amazing. So nothing really much to go through. It's your typical perfect guard. So yep. And then now, this is something to go through. This is your Demon Stealth Dragon Shiranui Oboro Crest. So I will not explain the first, second, and third skill because it's technically the same as your other Stride Deck set crest. So let's just go through the last skill. So continuous, during your turn, units you dominated and your opponent's units that were placed by your card's ability this turn loses all their continuous and auto abilities. and get power plus 5k. Okay, I do not like this skill because it totally removes the abilities of the unit that you called or you dominated. Which means, unlike the old G era dominate, you can activate the skill of the unit that you attacked with. So if the unit has an on attack skill, you can use that skill in the past. But looks like they totally make sure that the unit doesn't have any ability. So you're technically dominating a vanilla unit. So yeah, that is quite sad. But in return, for sacrificing the skill of the unit, the unit gets power plus 5k. So if you dominate with Shiranui Oboro skill, and the craft skill, you'll be giving the dominated unit power plus 9k, which is actually a pretty good number. If let's say you dominate a grade 2 10k, it will be 19k, which is a 10k guard, which is actually pretty good. But if you dominate a grade 3, it'll be 22k, so it's just 1k short away from making it a 15k guard, which is normal dominate problems to be afraid of. But yeah, okay, one thing to take note, guys, for this skill, this third skill where if for your front row gain 5k for each face up card in your G zone, this ability does not affect dominated units because why? Yes, you control the unit now, but the unit still belongs to your opponent's front row. It doesn't belong to you. So do not give dominated units an extra 5k or how much according to how many G zone you have face up in your G zone. It does not work. So yeah, that's one thing to take note of. Okay, so that is the crest. Now we have the grade 2, which is Stealth Dragon Genkai. So it says when this unit is ruled upon by a grade 3 with Demon Stealth Dragon Shiranui in its card name, you may call this card to a rearguard circle. If you call Soul Charge 1, choose up to one unit card from your opponent's drop and your opponent calls that card to rearguard circle. Second skill, when a unit you dominated attacks, cost counter blast 1, and that unit that attack gets power plus 10k until the end of the turn. This unit gets boost. Wow, okay, that is actually pretty strong. So what this card basically does is if you ride the grade 3, you are guaranteed a +2 because you get a free rearguard and you get a soul charge, which is really good. If I remember correctly, in the past, G era Shiranui always had soul problems, so giving it a soul charge is actually pretty good. So basically, this is like the Arouser Messiah from the Messiah Stride Deck set. It does the same thing where you call out, you get the soul charge. And the best part, it has the Shiranui Oboro skill where you get to call a unit back from your opponent's drop zone to a rearguard circle, but it only happens when you call this unit out. So it's only a one-time thing. Unlike Oboro is every single turn you force your opponent to call back a rearguard. And second skill, when a unit you dominated attacks, you can pay a counter plus 1 to give a unit plus 10k, and then this unit gets boost. So it's a one sentence skill, so it doesn't separate. So if let's say you don't give the unit plus 10k, you gain boost. No, it doesn't work like that. It works in a whole text. So you have to pay the counter blast just to give the unit that dominated plus 10k and to give this guy boost. So that's one thing to take note of. So yeah, but overall, Genkai looking to be really, really strong. So yep, let's move on. So we have Enma Stealth Dragon Magen Temple. So this is your first strike you will go into normally, just like the old days of G era dominate. So let's just see what it does. So the first skill I'm not gonna go through because it's like your typical strike skill. Then counter blast, second skill, dominate, active once per turn, counter blast 1, and turn a card from your G zone face up. Choose one of your opponent's rearguard, stand and dominate it. That unit attacks your opponent's other unit, and at the end of that battle, retire that dominated unit. Okay, unlike the old Magen Tembu, this one doesn't give power, which is pretty sad. Because the old Magen Tembu gives the unit that you dominated power plus 3k, and for each face card in your G zone, so it might be hitting very, very big powers, and it does retire the rearguard that you dominated as well. But sadly now, this guy doesn't give power anymore. Maybe they thought giving a Dominator unit 9k power was pretty broken because you're using your opponent's stuff anyway. So yeah, it's pretty sad. So it's still a first stride, but not really as strong as your other stride deck sets first stride. It's a bit limited because it doesn't give power, but still you still have to strike this because this is your first stride. So yeah, that is Magen Tembo. A little disappointing, but yeah, it is what it is. So let's just move on. Yep, so that's all the cards that we have. So that is my review of the Shiranui Oboro Stride Deck set cards, guys. Hope you guys enjoy. What do you think of the Shiranui stuff, guys? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Do you think Shiranui might be the next meta? For me personally, I find it pretty good. A little disappointing because you can't use your opponent's skills anymore when you attack. And Market Table doesn't give power anymore, which sucks. But overall, Dominic still looks to be pretty strong. The crest is actually pretty good, giving 5k power to a dominated unit. Extra power is always good. And then Genkai, man, Genkai is really strong, giving another 10k power to a dominated unit. So let's just do the math here. So if you strike on Oboro, a dominant unit, the unit gets power plus 4k. And from the crest effect, it gets another 5k, so that's 9k. If you use Genkai's ability, it's getting another 10k. So it's a total of 19k power to a dominated unit. That's insane. That's actually pretty strong. That is my review of these cards, guys. If you do like what you see, please do leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more. If you do know, guys, I have social media right now. You can follow me, my links in the description box down below. So yep, that's all for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Jason Undisputed, signing off.